Hello everyone, today's video is going to be my April low buy update where I show you guys everything that I brought into my collection in the month of April. I'm calling this a low buy because this is step one of a future low buy sort of series. This year in 2026, I am just simply tracking all of the makeup, beauty, hair care, skincare sort of things that is coming into my collection and the amount of money that I am spending on them just to see a basis point on my spending habits. So in 2026, it is solely for tracking just to see where I am historically coming from to then give me goals for the future years. So I am not doing anything different in my spending habits. The only thing I am doing differently is just tracking them, and I am sharing them all with you. I do have an empties series if you're interested in all the things I empty. I do that on a bi-monthly basis, or that is my goal. So I do have my empties playlist down below. I'll have my low buy playlist link down below. And I think the video that came up right before this or 2 videos ago was my March and April empties. So if that is interesting to you, then I will have that playlist linked down below. In my last low buy update, I said, oh, I don't think I'll really have anything in April, and that kind of went very quickly. There is always something like March, my sister's birthday, so like we went out and did things. February was my birthday. January was just largest of excuses, and like April, like we had a like super special sister slumber party, me and my sister, so like we went out and did things then. And, you know, then I got friend mail, and then I got like a declutter package for my aunt. So I have a lot of stuff in April. My goal for May, I'm telling you guys this right now, my goal is not to purchase any makeup in May. I don't really have anything major in May. Like I have a trip at the very end of May, but that really should not equate to purchasing makeup, but we'll have to see. But my overall goal, there's Shiloh coming down the hallway. There he is. But my goal in May is not to purchase anything at all. We will have to just get through these purchases quickly because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of things, and I really do not want this video to be an hour long. So we'll start with April 3rd, which was my Easter basket. So me and my sister both did like Easter baskets for each other because these were items that were gifted to me from my sister through an Easter basket. These were zeros across the board, but I still wanted to track them in here with you. So the 3 like beauty items that were in the basket, there was this repairing hair mask. Be Pure is the Dollar Tree brand, and I am sorry if you hear little clicky clacks. Shiloh lives here and you guys don't. So this is my repairing hair mask. This is Smooths and Softens. I'm currently trying to use up 2 different conditioners right now, so this bad boy did not get open yet, but my hope for in the future, very soon future, is to use that one up. She also got me, she knows I like the chameleon line from Wet n Wild, so she got me one of these Wet n Wild, what did I call it in my thing? A chameleon foil in Galaxy Glitch. So it is supposed to be like a green to purple sort of thing, and when you open it, there is a little seal there, and you take that off, although it's very difficult to take the little seal off. And it's like this like jelly consistency. So I have not used it yet. I don't know how to use it, and it's a darker color, so this is something that I don't feel comfortable just putting all over my eyes, but it's like a green to blue to purple sort of shifty thing. I attempted this morning to use this as an eyeliner, but it is way too flaky to use as an eyeliner, so I did something very basic and simple anyway. So I don't know how to use this, and I am not one to put this stuff in my hair or do any of that. So she got me this, but I don't know how to use it. And then the last thing she got me in my Easter basket, I did not know Kokie made nail polishes. So this is the Kokie nail polish. Look how pretty this is. It is like a duochrome shimmery shade. So it has like green, blue, and purple. There was a theme, I guess. flakies in here, and is in the shade Starlit Sky. I have had this on my nails the last 2 manicures. So I had this over a light blue base, and I really liked that. And then I also had it over a dark blue base to see what that would look like. I like the light blue base much better, but I am wearing, I think it's called Peach Iced Tea from Sydney Grace. I don't think this color is very flattering, but I thought it was very springy. Let me know your thoughts. So in our super special sister slumber party, we went to Ulta. So on the same day, we ended up going to Ulta, and I ended up getting 3 things, and I ended up spending $19.49 at Ulta, and all of that was used with actual money. I do keep track of what was gift cards and what was actual money, because I don't want to, in the future, I don't want to like attack myself for using gift cards, because that doesn't make any sense. So no gift cards were used, but all $19.49 were used with actual money. So at the time, I was at the very tail end of my makeup cleansing balm, and if you saw my empties, I did finish a cleansing balm. So this is the one my sister is actually using right now, and she really likes it, and she told me to get it. This is a Garnier Erase It All Makeup Cleansing Balm. This thing is big. It's a pretty big container. And as you can see, I have already started using it. I feel like this has been doing really well. I don't have any issues with it. I have wanted to kind of keep track of my cleansing balms that I've been going through and try different ones to see like what is my perfect cleansing balm. I do try and prefer drugstore ones, because like Clinique has a cleansing balm and these other brands have cleansing balms, and I just, they're not worth the price when there are so many of drugstore ones. So this is really good. It's like really inexpensive for like what it is. How much did I spend on this? The cleansing balm was $15. I did end up using a 20% off coupon in store, and because I went in store, the receipt kind of broke down the prices. So this is originally $15. I got it for $8.36, and it's 4.2 ounces. I don't think that's bad at all, especially because like I know NYX just came out with a cleansing balm, and I think it's like 1 fluid ounce for like $10. It's ridiculous. And then I got 2 NYX items. I of course always get a NYX eyeliner, because I love these eyeliners so much. I might as well swatch things while I'm here. So this is the shade Rose Gold. I've been wanting to try this shade. It's just a nice rose gold color to put on my inner corner, my lower lash line. I like to put the shimmery ones down there just for a little bit of shine, and the eyeliners do stick on my lower lash line a lot quicker or a lot longer than normal eyeshadow. So this is a shade that I've been eyeing for a long time, and it's always sold out. This was the last one in my store, and I just felt like it needed to happen. And then this one was also in the wrong spot. So good thing I looked at all the containers, because this was in the wrong spot and it was the last one. Then I really wanted to try one of these NYX Smushy Matte Lip Balms. These are really interesting, really fun. And I got the shade Swipe to Smooth, and it is one of these sort of like applicators. It's a very interesting consistency. So does anyone remember the NYX Soft Matte lip creams, how they're kind of like, but it's like even more jelly than that? That is the color. I feel like because of how like dark this shade is, I think it kind of struggles to blend out correctly on my lips. So I feel like I have to use my finger to blur it out. I think it works a lot nicer if I have like a lip liner or something. Would I buy more colors? Probably not. This is not a formula that I think would be a good like on the go sort of product. I do need a mirror to apply this. And what's nice about it though is that you can do like a really light layer like it is here, or you can like build it up for something more opaque. I think it's neat. I'll probably use it up eventually, and it's not something I would probably get more of, but I was intrigued enough to purchase it. I think I was just purchasing to purchase. Same day we went to Target. The only thing I got at Target was these Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome, these single eyeshadows. I've been trying to find, there is like 3 of the light shades One kind of leans pink, which is the one I got in the shade Starlit Fever. There's one that leans blue, and then there's one that leans yellow, I think it is, like a goldish color. This one was $7 from Wet n Wild and $6.97. This was $6.67. I think I had like 10% coupon from Target, so I spent $6.67 at Target that day. So this was the only product I got that was beauty related, but look how cool it looks. I think this is a very unique color because it shifts yellow, it shifts green, it shifts pink. I think it's just a really unique shade, and these are so intense and they are super, super pretty on the eyes. I have used this a couple times already. These are amazing. I don't know what Wet n Wild did, but these are amazing. And I really want the other colors that are like, it's the white looking one in the pan, but it shifts the different colors. I really want the other two, and they're never in my store. So I was lucky I found this one at Target and I snatched it up real quick. If you guys are wondering the staying power of those NYX eyeliners, I've rubbed my hand multiple times with a makeup removing wipe, and that is lingering. So if you want to know how long they last around, they last a long time. So we already made one Ulta order, and then I made another Ulta order. I did this one online, and I will die on this hill. I get so many better deals off of online Ulta. I get so many better free gifts online at Ulta. So I made this order on 4/5 because why not? The 20% off was still going on at Ulta. I did have a $50 gift card, and they had some really, really nice free gift with purchases if you spent so much money. So overall, I spent $78.61. I used a $50 gift card, and I spent actual money, $28.61. They had a really nice free gift with purchase if you spent $75. I already had my $50 gift card, and we had the additional 20% off. Buy things on sale at Ulta, it doesn't break it down per price like it would on an Ulta receipt. So I had to put the 20% discount on the bottom. I also, if you're new and if you're paying attention to my screenshots I'm putting up on the screen, I count myself sales tax. I also count myself for any shipping I may have, shipping protection, anything related to that. I do keep track. I'm going to show you all the things I actually purchased, and then I'll show you all the free gifts with purchases I got. So when me and my sister were at Ulta, I did swatch a Half Magic lip gloss. It was living in my head rent-free. So in my order, I got the glitter lip gloss in Frosty Bitch. I only got the mini one because I knew I did not need any bigger of a size, but it's really, really pretty. I already got lip product all over it. But this one is really, really nice. I have been really excited for that one. I really want one of the Half Magic glitter pucks. I know I don't need a glitter puck, but they were 50% off at Ulta before the 20% off sale. So I told myself, I said, I am not getting a glitter puck because they were already 50% off and they were no longer 50% off. This palette was the same price as a glitter puck, but I get a lot more options. And I really wanted to try like a K-Beauty brand. So I ended up getting this Unleasha. This is a 9-pan palette. It is a Glitterpedia palette. And so what's very interesting is they have 4 different glitters. So the 3 here in the center and then this one are all glitter shades. And then the rest of these are like really, really light topper colors. Like, I don't know if you can tell on my finger, but they are just really, really light sort of colors, like toppers. I don't know if you can tell on my hand or not. I did do an entire short/reel on this palette with swatches, different lighting. I did take my tripod outside and filmed it for you. I have used this on its own once, and I have used it to top other things. So I think this gives me a lot of variety, and it would do something very similar to what the glitter pucks would have given me. So I'm glad I purchased this over a glitter puck, even though did I need this? Not really. There was a really good free gift with purchase if you got like a Peach Slices product or you spent so much money on peach slices. So I ended up getting this Breakout Banisher body spray. It has salicylic acid, niacinamide, beta-glucan, and aloe. So I'm like up to here on the spray. I have a pretty severe, or I can get pretty severe, like back knee. I am someone that sweats a lot in the summertime. So I thought this product alone would get me to that threshold to give me my free product. But also, this is something that I would 100% use, I would 100% benefit from. So I have been using it almost every day. Some days I do forget. I feel like this is improving my back knee. Like I haven't really had anything major back there in a while. So I've been really enjoying this so far, and it may be a product I repurchase. What is really neat about it is, especially I was worried about this because it's my back, and for me to spray it, I would have to put it upside down to spray my back myself, unless like my fiance was home and he could do it for me. But this has some special technology, so you can move it however you need to spray wherever you need to, and it will still spray, which I think is really, really neat. And I don't know how that works, but I think this is working quite well. I'm very happy I bought that, and I really am excited for the free gifts I got with it. If you spent so much money on Maybelline, you got a free gift. So another mascara doesn't hurt anybody. I wanted to retry the Last Sensational Sky High mascara, so I ended up getting that. I remember really enjoying it at one point in time, and I know Erica Conger still raves about that mascara, so I figured, you know, it doesn't hurt to try it out. And then I love my NYX eyeliners, and I do. And I really love the Wet n Wild eyeliners. But Maybelline also has a Tattoo Studio Sharpenable Gel Eyeliner, and they also have some duochrome shades. I don't remember how much these were. I think it was like $6 or $7. I don't remember. And my phone's over there, so I'm not going to look. But this is Stardust Chrome, and of course I got a duochrome one, but it is like a light shade, and then it flashes this purple and green. And I really thought this would be interesting. These dry down really, really quickly. And these duochrome ones, at least, are pretty dry going on, so they don't feel very smooth like the Wet n Wild ones. So I'm still testing that out, but I'm very glad I bought it. The last thing I purchased with my own money was the Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm. So this here is going to be a backup for me. This here is only 2.6 ounces. And like I said, I don't have my phone directly in front of me right now, so I don't know how much it was. So I think the Garnier one is a better deal. I remember using up one of these in the past. It comes in one of these like metal tins. I remember using up one of these. Oh, and it has a cute little thing, but it's just white. But it has a topper, which I throw that out. It's too much of a hassle to do in the shower, but it comes with a little spatula. I really wanted to try this again, see if it's any good in comparison to the Garnier one. I have a feeling I'm gonna like the Garnier one the best. So I said Peach Slices had a really good free gift. So because I got that Breakout Banisher body spray, I got a 4-piece kit, and these are actually really good sizes. So they're all the Snail Rescue line, which then went down a rabbit hole of how they get the snail stuff for this, but that's another story for another day. They have a blemish busting toner. So toner, I don't really use toner, but I really liked the other items in here. So this is an intensive wash off jelly mask. I thought this would be a moisturizer, but it is what it is. Then these ones I'm really excited to try. So they have an all-in-one oil-free moisturizer, and then they have a purifying cleanser, and these are both really good sizes. They're both 30 milliliters or 1.01 fluid ounces, so these are really good sizes to try things out. And because I spent so much money on Maybelline, I got this little Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I personally don't always love the Garnier cleansing waters because, as you can see, there is an oil bit that is separated, so you do have to shake these up. I have it in a pinch, but I just wanted a free gift. I am all for free gifts. Then the rest of this is the free gift I got because we spent $75. This is a really good free gift because I did get a Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. I considered this like mini because they do have a bigger Milani one, but this is the original size. So this is really good as a free gift. I'm very excited to have that. I currently have the Make It Last matte setting spray. I don't like this. So I don't recommend that one, but I do recommend the original. Then this was also a full size. This is the LA Girl Lip Haze Soft Matte Lip Color in the shade My Fave. It is a really nice color. I've been really enjoying this. Another two that are really good sizes. This is the Redken. They call this a sample. It's 1 fluid ounce of product. So I think this is pretty decent size. This is the Acidic Bonding Concentrate Leave-In Treatment. It's kind of like a conditioner, I do believe. So this is going to be a really good size for me. The Redken products I have tried, I have liked them. So I'm very excited for that. And then this is a really decent size product as well. So this is the e.l.f. Skin Clean Freak Daily Cleanser. This is part of their Holy Hydration line, which I do really like the moisturizer. I really like their cleansing balm, but I feel like they're just getting more and more expensive. But this is 1 fluid ounce, so this is going to last me a good chunk of time, and it was a free gift, so I am not worried about it at all. Then these other ones are really true like sample mini products. So I do have this little mini Peter Thomas Roth Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Moisturizer. This is a little, this is just a little mini guy. It's 0.25 fluid ounces. I have this little tiny CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Cream. This is even smaller of a size. This is only 0.17 ounces. If I'm getting a free gift from Ulta, I want it to be like substantial sizes. So for most of the free gift to be really nice sizes, I'm not complaining at all. There's this little mini Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Recovery Complex. I don't think I've ever tried this before. Estee Lauder tends to be a little too expensive for moi. And then the last little thing here, I thought this was a face serum, but it's not. And I wonder if it's leaking, because the little nipple on the top is a little, I don't know, it has like a feeling on it. But it's Seen, which I've never heard of that brand, the Magic Serum for all hair types. So look how cute he is. Just a little mini guy. I think it probably was leaking. I think it was leaking because it's a little down there. But I'll try this out on my hair. It'll be an easy empty. Yeah, that Good Molecules cleansing balm is originally $15.99, and that comes with about half the amount of product as that Garnier one, which is $14.99. So far that Garnier one is really good money, or like amount for your money. So I'd probably just repurchase that one, regardless of how good or how bad that Good Molecules one is. But my next two like little hauls we have here, one of them is from friend mail, one of them is from my Aunt's Declutter. So on 4/10, I received my package for friend mail, and it came with some eyeshadow palettes. And when I get friend mail or when I get a declutter, I keep them at 0 across the board. So the circumstances of this friend declutter, as much as I am very appreciative of getting it, it makes me extremely sad because it is a friend that I've had on the YouTube and Instagram space for quite a while, but she has currently removed herself from pretty much any and all social media, and I rarely get to talk to her anymore. She has bigger and better things elsewhere. It makes me incredibly sad. The reason why I'm getting all these, she's kind of purging most of her makeup collection. She rarely wears it anymore, and it just makes me extremely, extremely upset. When she was kind of decluttering through her collection, she asked me what I would want, and the only palette that I told her that I would want is the Bella Beauté Bar Pastel Garden, and I've been really loving this so far. I used it yesterday. I used it in a 3 pastel looks, 3 pastel palettes. This is a palette I've been wanting for a very long time, and I am super grateful that I was able to get this from her, and it's really good quality. And I've been really loving the Bella Beauté Bar palette. I did not know she was going to give me these other palettes in the friend mail package. So she ended up giving me this little Viseart Petite for the Lilas Dough. But I really wanted to try Viseart Formula, and I think that's why she ended up sending this to me. But it is 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. The quality of this palette is really, really nice. I may eventually depot this into a palette because I don't know how much use I'd get out of the quad alone. She also sent me the Beauty Bay Metamorphic palette, and this is the one where it opens like this, and I'm not a big fan of that. But this palette is super pretty. It has blues and silvers. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing the Diveroon Smitten palette today. I could have gotten this look or something very similar with this palette. I've used this palette once. I made a really pretty blue look. I'm excited to use these purple shades. I remember looks that she has made with this palette and they have looked really, really pretty. So this is going to be up my alley. And we all know I'm no stranger to blue eyeshadow. And then the last palette she gave me was a palette of singles. Now the palette of singles that she gave me looks different than the palette of singles that's currently in here now. So it came in this really, really pretty, is this leopard print? I get them all confused. Really nice leopard print. There's no brand on it. But this is a nice quality Z palette, so I don't know where she got this. I don't know where it's from. But it ended up having quite a lot of shades in this, and I'll put a picture of what it looked like. I definitely cleaned it up. And like any secondhand palettes, I spray the living shit out of it with alcohol. So I did clean it up, and it looks like much cleaner now because in transit, magnetic singles don't really travel the bestest, you know what I mean? So in the palette that she originally sent over, it had some shades from a Natasha Denona Blue Purple palette, and I was not really interested in those, so those went away. The Lots of Pretties for Your Face, which is primarily what I wanted to try. There was some Sydney Grace colors in there that I didn't have, and there was also a Cleona single that I never tried Cleona, so I was really excited to try that eyeshadow as well. So this here is my like purple pink cool tone palette, and I think the shades that were in there, well, this definitely was in there. This is Opulent from, what is it called, Cleona. It's a really pretty shade. I have yet to use it. I really want to use it. And I think the Sydney Grace colors, I think it was this one. I threw my Sydney Grace colors in here. I don't know which ones they were. I think Fireworks, which is a really pretty color. I figured they would look really nice in this palette. So I'll swatch these three for you here. So this top shade here is that Cleona single, and then the bottom two shades are Sydney Grace. I love Sydney Grace, and they kind of fit really well with these other Sydney Grace eyeshadows that I have in this palette already. But I was really excited to try Cleona because I've never tried Cleona before. So I shoved these in this palette for now. And I transferred all of my pre-existing Pretties for Your Face singles and then the singles that she had in this palette. And I made this as my Pretties for Your Face singles palette. So all of these are Pretties for Your Face singles. Half of this palette is what I originally had, and the other half of this palette is what was given to me. The ones that I am super excited for, there was two shades that I had duplicates of, so I did get rid of those. But these two shades here are the ones that I'm really excited for. Now my fingies are all crazy. So the top shade I showed you guys is Sand Dollar, and then the bottom shade is Gina. Pretties for Your Face makes some amazing singles, so I was really excited to get some more Pretties for Your Face, and I think they fit so perfectly in this palette. But that was everything I got in my friend's mail, and I have yet to use all of the singles that she has given me, but I am very excited to have them. It just makes me disappointed about the circumstances of the reason why I have them, but I am super grateful for that friend. I highly doubt she's watching this video, but I love and appreciate you, and I hope you're doing well. And then the last part of today's video is on 411, which was my aunt's declutter. Over the years, she has been someone that has decluttered makeup to me, and when I was much younger, she was the only reason why I had like high-end makeup products, because she would declutter me her high-end makeup products. Let's go over some of the non-makeup stuff, and there was definitely more things in the package. It's just that I didn't deem them to be a part of this. So she had this Luxie brush set, and these were brand new in the package brush set. So it's a Luxie 514 blush brush. I love Luxie brushes. The 510 foundation brush. She had the large powder 502. I have not used any of these yet. I did wash them though. And then this one is a large fluff brush, which I thought this would be a really nice size to do concealer with because I don't have one of the kitten paw brushes, but I love Luxie brushes and I'm super happy to have these. She also had quite a few like miscellaneous brushes. So this one was from a BH Cosmetics brush set. It looks like a really nice highlighter brush, so that's what I'd use it for. Had one of these Tarte brushes. I thought this would be a really nice blush brush. There was some eye brushes as well, but they were dual-ended and I don't use dual-ended brushes. This one I've been using every single day. So this is the Beachfront Small Brush from Unique. And this has been like my perfect brush to put foundation on. I don't know if it's meant to be a foundation brush, but that's what I've been using it for the last like 2 weeks. And I've been really liking it, like ever since I got it. Like that's what I've been using it for. And then I don't know where these brushes are from. They may have came from like a brush set somewhere, but they're just like powder brushes. So this one could be for blush and then this one for all over face powder. So I just put these in my spreadsheet as like miscellaneous brushes. And then we also have this Laura Geller. This is a Modern Cream lipstick in the shade Pink Passion. This is like a really light pink, almost like peachy color. And the way I sanitize lipsticks is I literally spray all over the bullet. So that is how I do lipsticks. But this is a really nice, pretty color. And I like it on its own, or I like it with like a darker color around. So I really have enjoying this color. I do have, this is a BH Cosmetics Spotlight Petite Highlight 6 color palette, and rest in peace BH. So this is definitely old because BH is not around anymore, but I've been loving using these 3 highlighter shades. So they work perfectly fine. I have not had any issues with these, and I've been really enjoying this palette. Also got an e.l.f. blush palette. This is in the shade Light. The only color I've yet to use is, I think it is this color. I think so. The one day I used these 2 combined. One day I used one of these 2 pink shades. I think it's this one I didn't use. And then there was another day where I mixed 2 of the blushes together again. But this seems like a really nice blush palette, really pigmented, blendable. I have no issues with it. In my opinion, these 2 colors are a little too close to each other. Or at least my aunt used to get like those subscription boxes all the time. So I think this used to be from a subscription box. It is a Phase Zero Making Moves blusher. And the packaging seems pretty nice. It is like a soft peach, goes well with my nails, a soft peach, slight sheen to it blush. This is a really pretty natural everyday sort of blush, and I have been really enjoying this, mixing it with other things or wearing it on its own. Then the last thing I got from my aunt were these Me Now. I think these are from like a Temu or something like that, because every time I've tried to find these, I have not been able to find them. But they're eye and lip pencils. So I have been using this pink one. Ooh, it came out of the thing. I've been using this pink one a lot on my lips, and I have used the white one on my waterline once, but I have not used any of these other colors. So I did swatch them all out. They all just have numbers on them, so I tried to find them. I could not find them. So we have the white, the green, the blue, the pink, the silver, and the red color. So the pink and the red I probably would use most often as like a lip liner, but I am counting all of these as like eyeliners in my inventory, even though they can be for eyes or lips. So that is everything that has came into my life in April. There was a lot of stuff. This is going to be a long video, and I hope May is going to be a month where I don't spend any money. Let's see if that happens, because I said that April. Oh, there's nothing in April. So in total in April, all of the things that I have purchased or brought into my collection, my total price was $104.77. I did use a gift card, that Ulta Beauty gift card. I got $50 worth. So the actual money spent was $54.77, which has been my least spent month so far this year, which I am very excited about it, that April has been a month where I've spent the least amount of money. I'm very proud of myself for April. Like I said, hopefully May I'll have zero money spent. What really helped me though is that $50 gift card, but I have at the moment 0 gift cards to spend. So I have no excuses to make purchases. That was everything. I'm pretty proud for April with the amount of stuff I got. I did get a lot of declutters and I did purchase quite a bit. A lot of stuff came in, but I'm very happy about the amount of free gifts that I got from Ulta. I always get excited. I think I got more free gifts than I got actual makeup or like actual like buying things. So that makes me really excited. If you guys enjoy these low buy sort of videos, like I said, playlist is linked down below. I recently did an empties, if that's your thing, that's linked down below as well. I hope you guys subscribe, like this video, hype it up so more people can find this channel and this video. Make sure you comment down below, what is something that you got in the month of April? Did you buy anything? Have you been on a low buy? I hope you're doing well. If you're on a no buy, I hope you're staying strong. I have faith in you guys. I don't have much faith in myself, but I have faith in you guys, and I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. I love and appreciate you all so much, and I shall see you guys next time.